Number 16, Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't gather all the governors after the inauguration of the National Economic Council. He made it categorically to everybody that there is no need to complain, that they asked for the job. He even met with Sanusi Lamido, the former CBN governor, to tell you say the game, to tell you say the work where they for Nigeria now, not be the work where anybody go carry snuff for hand, they dance. There is pressure, believe it or you leave it. The emergence of P2B don't put pepper for everybody, Nash. Because all Nigerians are yearning for now is to see a working nation. Apart from the presence of P2B, the tribunal is also a very big pressure to this administration. Yes, because the cases at the tribunal is so glaring that you would not believe it. You may not see it in the faces of the opposition. But I want to tell you categorically that everybody, fear day. But as with the tribunal, we go to bring on the transparency. The fear where they now be say the current administration now is under pressure to deliver. They are under pressure to prove to Nigerian people that they can do it. Yes, even though their emergence is not 100% constitutional, as Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and P2B is currently, contesting the election grossly. Well, all I want to see is a working Nigeria, and that is why I'm lending my voice. But that does not undermine the fact that we are still at the tribunal, because we also saw what happened at the election of February 25th, 2023. That being said, in this video, you will also see what Governor Alex Otti, the governor of Abia State, said. Governor Alex Otti is one man I respect so much. Yes, you believe with me that that man shares some principle from that of Obi. So it's indeed a very big win for the people of Abia State, because Alex Otti is equally personally determined to move Abia State from consumption to production. And that is what we want to see in this country. The cases at the tribunal is a litmus test to Nigeria as a nation, is a litmus test to the judiciary. In this video, I will allow you to see and hear for yourself what Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. And don't forget to like and share this video. God bless you.
Members of the National Economic Council, comprising the chairman, Vice President Kashim Shettima, 36 state governors, the acting governor of the central bank, and other top government officials converge at the council chamber minutes before the President Bola Tinubu arrives to inaugurate the council. This is his second official meeting with the governors after his election, and he's seeking their collaboration to sustain the progress that he has made.
This government will continue to transform our nation's fortunes and bring about unprecedented development through good governance. We are committed to sustainable initiatives and programs that will stimulate the rejuvenation of the economy without causing inflation. Collaboration is not a crime. Please let us do so.
The president subsequently inaugurates the council while reminding members of the expectations of Nigerians.
It is also evident that the task of growing our economy is quite enormous, but you have asked for it, we can pay for it, we even dance for it, we beg for it. So we have no reason to complain. We must harness the growth potential of Nigeria, and you have the flexibility of using the local government to rapidly develop the infrastructure.
For the first time in this country, our total debt has crossed $100 billion. I think it's about $104 billion. We are using close to 120% that has just been reduced to 85% of our total revenue to service debt. So we have a lot of obligations. It's a very difficult time to be in government. So I believe that with the transparency that is being shown, and then you can actually ask questions, that we are at that point where we can say the economic situation will get better. But it gets difficult because before it gets better. So the challenges are going to be there, but over time, consistency will lead us to the promised land. I don't know if I've answered your question. Thank you. If we decide that we want to reduce imports and produce locally, there are a lot of things that need to change. It is estimated that about 50,000 jobs have already been created by the efforts that these companies that I reeled out are making without any support. If we do what we are supposed to do, 1 million jobs or more can be created. One of the issues to deal with in legislation will be the protection of those industries. How much do you want them to pay in terms of import duties? Because a lot of the CKDs are also imported from outside. There are a lot of things that you cannot make here. So do you want to give them some concessioning in terms of the import duties? How much do you want them to pay in terms of excise duties? Do you want to give them some tax holiday to encourage them to continue to produce locally? Are there some other incentives that you can throw out there to attract people who hitherto would have located those companies in China and Europe to bring them here? So those are some of the support that we believe require legislative action. Another area is also in terms of local content. How much of it do you want to encourage? So there are all sorts of issues bordering on legislation if we decide that we want to support local production. If you ask me personally, I believe that's the way to go. In the long run, you reduce the pressure on foreign exchange in importing virtually all the things that we use in this country. And then you create jobs and reduce the level of poverty in this country. Over time, also increase internally generated revenue. But you must back them with legislation. Thank you very much.